How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Cold?
Yeah, cold, yeah.
How was your performance down there at the New Knowledge?
It was brilliant. I haven't got no complaints. The crowd was really good.
How do you feel going on stage? Did you give it a real buzz?
I do. I mean, everyone has a... I don't get nervous, but I have a lot of anxiety before I go on stage. But once I'm on there, it's just... It's nothing. It's just... It feels like that's where I belong, so...
So how important is it for like females to be standing strong and like representing?
Very important, because I mean music is like a male dominated scene. From not even just artist wise to engineer wise, producer wise, executive wise. So it's very important for women to take a stand and to make themselves heard.
It's important to support each other as well.
Yeah, it's important to support each other, but at the same time it's important not to put too much emphasis on the fact that you're a female. And I find that a lot of artists do that, like female girl power, girl songs, girl this. That's how you segregate yourself in the first place, and that's how you pigeonhole yourself without even realising that you're pigeonholing yourself. I just go by the fact that I'm a good artist, and if you keep enforcing the fact that you are a good MC or a good executive or a good producer or whatever, rather than I'm a good female producer, I'm a good female MC, I'm a good female, then you should find your position. Like you get out, you get back, you give out.
Grime music itself, like, can you see it ever progressing, like evolving into something where it become like a mainstream genre, where it can be at like festivals and things like that? Can you ever see it happen?
I mean, it's already been at festivals before, because I've performed grime songs at like Glastonbury, although it wasn't the main stage. I've performed at the Rise Festival, but I've done quite a few grime tracks. I think you can make money off grime if you're smart. I don't know about it ever being mainstream, but I can't say no, it wouldn't be. See what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of mutated into dubstep in some kind of ways. So I love grime, but the ways in it being mainstream, I don't know. Making money off of it is a different thing. I think you can make a lot of money off grime if you're smart with it.
So who do you like in the game at the moment? Who do you listen to apart from your own music?
Oh God. Do you know what? I'll be honest. I don't really listen to my own music, if I'm honest. I listen to it like. I record it and then listen to it, but I'm not fixated on my own music, if you see what I'm saying, because it gets boring to my ears, and I just like to keep it moving rather than keep listening, because when I listen to my music too much, I don't like it no more, because I'm constantly advancing. So I'll listen to it and it'll be like, that's not good, but it's not that, it's just that it's old to my ears. Artist-wise, Devlin is probably like one of my favourites, to be quite honest. English Frank, Joe Black, Marga, is it just from the UK?
Anywhere, anything.
If we're like launching outwards, and I say like Lauryn Hill, Big L, Big Pun, Eminem, Razzcazz, Wu-Tang, like we'll be here forever.
Because in terms of like advancing your own music, what helps you to like focus and to get more out of what you're doing already? Like, what do you like to do to get to that point?
Do you mean to be inspired or to just grow?
Just generally, like.
I feel like if you're born to do it, that you grow naturally, because that is what you're supposed to do. There's a lot of artists that they're not born to do it, so they put so much emphasis and so much concentration into being a better writer and being a better this. But if you're born to do it, it comes naturally. So in time, because sometimes as artists we overanalyze what we're doing, and that is what gives you brain block in the first place and messes up you as an artist, because you're your own worst critic and you're just overanalyzing. I just continue to write and just write about and talk about whatever I feel like talking about, and I don't hold back in my music, whether it's my personal life, whatever, because people can always relate to real life. So that is what I do, and that's what helps me grow. Like, I experience things on a day-to-day basis, and that's what I write about, and it works for me.
So you got like a bit of backlash from the whole Jammer buff list.
Yeah.
Is it all smoothed over now?
Do you know what? It's not going to be. Thank you. It's not going to be smoothed over with me and him, because I just think he's an idiot. Like, if you see this, you're an idiot. Because everybody knows, anybody, anybody with any sense, unless you're a hater, you know why he did it, After the top 10 sexy male MCs list come out, he was on Twitter saying, why didn't you choose me, Nole? Why didn't you pick me? Like, I got texts on my phone from Jammer and all sorts. He knows why he did the list. Do you see what I'm saying? The list, it wasn't a public vote. He's lying. You can't say Donatella's mole. What, so thousands of people voted Donatella's mole? Do you understand what I'm saying? So that list is out of spite, hate, and he's a vindictive person. That's all it is. And anyone with sense, that is logical can see that for himself. It's not my fault that you didn't even make it to the 25 list, let alone the 10. Because I've got a strong personality, a lot of people make it out like Nole decided the list. There was other girls in the room as well. Do you understand? But only because my personality is strong, they draw towards me as, well, she's the general, so she controls what everybody says and thinks. But it's not like that. They edit stuff, and it's made to look that way. We had a list of 25 males. He weren't on the list of 25, and we had to cut it down to 10. We didn't make up the list, we just cut it down. There was a lot of men that I think that are nice that should have been on it, and Jammer's not one of them. It's not my fault that I don't think you're nice. It's not my fault that the other girls in the room don't think you're nice. And by him doing that, at first I was saying I was going to put out a song for him and all the rest of it. Then I sat back and I thought to myself, that's what he wants me to do. He wants me to do that because there's no such thing as bad publicity at the end of the day. So if I turn around and start hyping, it's just going to make him more talked about. And it's like, instead of being negative and making up your fictional lists and everything, why don't you drop a mixtape? Why don't you go in the studio and make some music and put music out? Is it because you can't? You see, people need to constantly ride a wave, at the end of the day. If they're not an artist, that can keep developing music, they need something to keep them evident and to keep them relevant in the scene. And I can't even knock him, because that's probably just his way of staying relevant. Because if you look at things from even Lord of the Mics, it's a good little thing, but it's also negative. When you look at it and you watch it, it's very negative. And I dealt with him from before that. We was talking, because people don't know the background stuff, so they don't know the conversations that was had with Jammer on the phone, the texts that he was sending me. They don't know that he kept asking me to put out a tune on iTunes with him for Lord of the Mics exclusively, and I said no. Do you see what I'm saying? They don't know that I've pissed Jammer off. Do you understand what I'm saying? In more ways than one. So it was natural for him to do a list and put me on it, because even if he says he's not, he's quite angry with me at the moment. But it's alright, it's not something that I concentrate on. I've got so much positive things going on in my life right now. Why worry about something like that?
Talking about positives, you've got what have you got planned for 2012? What's your plan?
There's so much things. I mean, I've got a clothing brand that I'm working on. I don't want to say too much because we're just setting it up right now. I don't want to say the name of it or nothing. It's just something to do with my alias, Isabella Gotti. That's all I'm going to give out. But we're going to make like an online kind of thing for that. That should be quite good. Music-wise, I'm working on my album called Bleeding Hearts. That's going to be like a next level of totally a next level, like growth-wise, production-wise, me as a person. There's going to be other sides to me, because a lot of people just see a side where they confuse passion with aggression. So a lot of people have only seen that side, but there's going to be so much other things on that to make people have a better understanding of who I am, rather than them just see one thing like a freestyle and think, wow, kind of thing, like she's just a beast, she just goes too hard sometimes. Like, there's going to be so much other dimensions to me. And obviously on the 30th of February I'm dropping a little freebie for people called Rebellion, over like a couple of freestyles over like Lana Del Rey as well, because I just love her. I just think she's for me, she's like best artist right now to come out of America. If I'm like, personally, in my opinion, I like her songs. So yeah, and just like more shows, more videos. We're shooting, we've already shot a video to Drugs, obviously that's out, and we're shooting like a big video to Clockphase. We've been planning that for a good few months, so that's my diamond, that's the big one, and that's it really. There's so much things going on. Obviously, documentary about female MCs with the BBC. There's just loads of stuff going on, man. I'll be here forever. You're better off asking management, you know, because she knows everything. Like, it's too much from my head.
Can you just give a quick shout to Music News fans?
Okay. Right now you're listening to Nole. Let me do that again. Music News fans, yeah. Right now you're watching Music News fans. They're doing it big, and it's your girl Nole, aka Isabella Gotti.